Guitar tips, just the tips, just for you. Guitar tips. Hello, my name is Adam Levy. Welcome to my Guitar Tips video blog. If you are a regular subscriber, welcome back. If you are not a regular subscriber, what the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, seriously. Anyway, there's a red button down below. You can subscribe, get the new tips each and every week. Join the Guitar Tips Army. Today's guitar tip is very simple. In fact, it's all about simplicity. It is, don't fear the obvious. Don't fear the obvious. Playing guitar, some things will be obvious, like one chord going to the next, or one note going to the next, or a melodic line completing itself in a certain kind of way. Even in composition or songwriting or lyric writing, certain things might be obvious, and you're, I'm sure, a very creative person, a smart person, a clever person, a mindful person, and you may have a little voice in your head that says, oh, don't do that, don't play that, don't write that, don't say that. It's so obvious. Don't do that. And I understand that impulse. I have that voice in my head, and sometimes that's good. Sometimes it's good not to do the obvious thing. Of course, lots of new stuff gets invented when people try things that are not obvious. But that said, there are certain things in music that feel good, that sound good, that add up. You know, when you do your musical 2 plus 2, 2 plus 2 is 4. So if you've gone that far, if you've, as a composer, lyric writer, improviser, jammer, whatever, if you've gone as far as 2 plus 2 equals in whatever music you're in the middle of, just 4 is the answer. Don't let the little smarty pants in your brain try and tell you that it's not cool or not whatever to do that. For one thing, if you're playing with other people and they're following along, when you play the thing that's obvious, you've probably led the other folks involved there as well. If you're going on a run and you seem to be clearly going for a certain thing that you're going to land on, go ahead and land on it, because the chances are, if the folks you're playing with are good listeners and are paying attention, they can land there with you. If you at the last minute decide to take a little diversion or you know, put a little spin on it unexpectedly, you run the risk of throwing them off, and you also run the risk of throwing the listeners off. And throwing yourself off when everything doesn't come together and you're like, dang, that was almost really amazing. So don't get me wrong now. I love creativity and surprise and all that stuff. Look for it at every opportunity. I do too. But don't be afraid to be a little bit obvious when the moment calls for it, and you'll have to just trust your instincts to know when that moment is and what it calls for. So don't fear the obvious. Be a little more Winnie the Pooh and a little less owl. For Guitar Tips, I'm Adam Levy. Stay tuned and take good care.